Oriel Nadur, Alexander. Right, so I am here to talk to you all about mental health within the legal profession. Okay, so law and mental health, two topics that have normally been on opposite ends of the spectrum. Hear me? Yeah? Okay, I'll see if it connects. There we go. Okay, two topics that have normally been on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Unfortunately, that reality has now begun to cost us. There are extremely high rates of mental illnesses within your field. Yes? These are some studies done within 2016 and 2020 focused on attorneys, high rates of depression, anxiety, severe anxiety, love the marbles. A study done on law students, 2016. This study was titled Suffering in Silence. This study covered the fact that plenty law students prefer to suffer in silence. There's a resistance towards even speaking up about their mental health illnesses out of a fear of not being able to set exams, not being able to be seen as a good enough equipped lawyer, not being able to get a job. Alert, alert. This is the problem. Okay, clearly your profession has some effects to your mental health. Firstly, there are high expectations of perfection. You have to say this, you have to sit here, you can't say this, you have to write it like this, you have to dress like this, etc., etc. Where is the anxiety coming from? I don't know. Your public perception. Everyone has a particular image of a lawyer. I can speak for myself. You study psychology, so you read my mind right now. So this shows its face in your family gatherings. The auntie will have an opinion on your career, your mom, your dad, etc. Yes? It's a job that encourages a lot of missed meals, or very quick meals, very fast meals, a lot of stimulants, alcohol, whether it's just a social gathering, or an unhealthy coping mechanism to take the edge off. You are very much deeply involved in your clients' and your businesses' lives. They very rarely call you to tell you about their good days. They often call you to tell you about their horrendous days. And you also have to navigate your own life, along with everything else going on in their mind. Your environments are very much high stress and very stimulating. There's a lot going on. There's always a tense environment. It's very volatile. You have to do a lot of image management, etc. This plays into your mental health. If you ignore it, it will cost you at some point in time. You can't ignore it. Okay? You being a competent, effective, successful, well-rounded lawyer is very much dependent on your well-being. To my legal professionals, self-awareness is key. Do not overestimate the importance of understanding yourself, understanding the experiences you've had in your past that impacts your tolerance, your perspective on people, your reactions to people, your emotional intelligence. We have lots of stigmas towards reaching out towards mental health professionals. Be open-minded. There are people that have the skills and talents to be able to help you. They are also tied to confidentiality agreements. Your personal perspectives, your personal stories, your sharings, your emotions are safe in these settings. If you don't want to talk to a female, talk to a male. If you don't want to meet them in person, there are online options. If you don't want a local person, there are international mental health professionals as well. Our job is very much indoors. We as humans are not meant to be in concrete jungles. Seeing water, hearing water, touching the floor, touching the earth, getting some sunlight, getting some fresh air, it makes a difference on your mental health. Sitting down, the particular posture that we have, the impact it has on your body, get moving, get outside. Factor it in your schedule at some point in time. Treat it as important as you do as a meeting, and stop treating it so negotiable. There's a lot that you take in. Your intense conversations, your heavy conversations, your heavy topics, your long hours, they don't just get up and walk out of your body. You actually have to get it out. Stretching, tense areas, key areas that are very tense, hamstrings, hips, etc. Crying. It's good to cry. When we work out, we sweat. When we drink water, we use the bathroom. When we feel emotional experiences, we release it through our tears. Stretching, sweating, any form of detox to get emotions, energy out of our body. For those that work from home, it's a plus and it's a negative. There's a lot of blurred lines between your work and home balance now. I encourage you to create a particular work environment. Clean it, close it off, close the door, don't look at it when you're not working. Come back to it when you're ready. Clear it up. How your space operates and how clear it is makes an impact on your thinking. Even though you may be able to operate in a messy environment, you can operate way better in a clear environment. Noise cancelling headphones as well. We stop. For those that think you're very good multitaskers, no, you're not. The human brain cannot multitask. A good multitasker means that I do A, B, and C 100%, 100%, 100%. But the fact is you're doing 33, 33, 33. I know you have a lot to do, a lot to take in. Set timers, set particular work hours, stay focused. The devices, put it on silent or not even vibrate. Put it on silent, put it away. You will get a lot more done without those breaks of your attention. Oh, wait, let me go back. To my people pleasers, stop saying yes to everything. Okay? Nobody will die. You will continue. It will feel very uncomfortable. Setting healthy boundaries feels very uncomfortable. Those good and foreign choices don't always come with support and good feelings. Breathe through it, get through it. It makes no sense overcommitting yourself. Your quality of words begins to drop, and then that voice gets very mean inside. Mindful transitions. Mindful means present and aware. When you're switching your task or you're switching your role, you're switching off your lawyer, you're putting on your mother or father. You're switching off your lawyer, you're putting on your house, cleaning, caretaking, etc. Stop for a moment. Take a pause. Notice how that conversation impacted you. Is your heart racing? Are you tense? Take a breath. Be more intentional as to how you're about to go about your next task. Formal and informal mindfulness. As I mentioned, mindfulness is your ability to keep your attention in the present. Very often our attention is either in the past, overthinking something, or it's in the future, trying to predict, even though we're always wrong, but we're still trying to predict it. Trying to predict the future. Very rarely are we in our actual present moment. There are formal and informal ways. Formal ways are setting a particular time. I'm going to sit down and do some mindful breathing. For 2 minutes, I'm going to go to a yoga class, I'm going to go to an exercise. Informal mindfulness is stopping to check in. What are you thinking about? How is your body responding to your environment? How far am I from my present moment? Am I spiraling and I'm actually very safe in my bedroom right now? These are some activities that you can do. You'll get ready every day. You can get ready and overthink the entire time, or you can get ready and stay present and do your makeup, do your time, do your hair. Make a cup of tea, chamomile tea, beautiful to the nervous system. Swimming, a very good active meditation. Walking, anything that gets your mind in the present moment. It's very difficult to overthink about work when you're on your last couple of reps and you're like, that's a few seconds. It's a present moment. Builds your tolerance, builds your emotional intelligence. Off days. I know, taboo. Holidays. Take them. Enjoy them. It allows you to come back better. It refreshes you. It recharges you. Again, you might get pushback. You are here also for yourself. You have to realize your well-being relates to your ability to be your best. Whatever you want to do on your off days, whether that is cocoon in your room the entire time, or you want to go outdoors, you want to do an activity, you want to socialize with people that don't trigger your nervous system. To add on, I encourage you to create your own mental health list of references so that when you see your clients struggling, you're able to recommend them towards mental health professionals as well. Dear students, if there's any present, to-do lists and schedules and blank calendars and planners. Stop using your valuable brain energy to remember everything. Use it in another way. It's very invigorating to scratch something off the to-do list, and maybe that should be. Procrastination is more of an emotional control problem than a time management problem. I'll say that again. Procrastination is more of an emotional control problem than a time management problem. That difficulty that you feel getting closer to when you're about to start a task, even though most times when you finish, we're like, what's the matter after all? That discomfort builds. How do you cope and get yourself over that amount of internal discomfort when you're about to do something? Repetition. Simple way to hack your brain's memory. Again, this is for students. The more your brain hears something over and over, the stronger the memory. The first time you hear it, second time, third time, fourth time. Repeat it over and over. In saying that, be mindful what you think. That voice, or you speak to yourself, it impacts your self-esteem greatly and impacts your belief system. You might not believe, I am strong and empowered the first time you say it. But if you say it over and over and over, you will get there. You will complete your exams. You will get through it. This will come to an end. Nothing lasts forever. The reality. It never goes the way we think it's going to go. But when you reach that end, you will have learned how to cross rocks, climb a ladder, and swim. And that's the skills you're going to need at the end. To my educators and leaders, create mindful moments in your classroom. You must be able to read your room. You must know around exam time. It's very intense. Take a minute or two in your class. Take a pause. Everybody take a deep belly breath. 5 things that I can see, 4 things that I can hear, 3 things that I can feel, 2 things that I can smell, 1 thing that I can taste. Just a little bit of presence and continue on with your syllabus. Switching up when possible your classroom environment. Getting outdoors. Even if there's 1 class out of the entire semester that doesn't require a slide, or you can print paper and go outside, or do it on your phone, get your students outside of the classroom. You have valuable knowledge. Please tell your students your real experiences, your relatable experiences, your good, your bad days, your horrendous days. It's valuable. Those rates within those mental health illnesses much higher in younger students, in younger lawyers than older lawyers. So either the older ones figure something out, or the younger ones are under more pressure or something else. But you'll have valuable things to give to your students. Make it a culture to talk about these things in your classroom. You are very valuable to your students' self-esteem, to their perspective of their job, to their perspective of themselves. Job and actually using class, the topics that you cover are important. Make use of the platform that you have. To my legal firms, that stigma, the more your employers are going to talk, the less fear they have for being looked at a particular way or being seen a particular way. If they share that they're not doing well, that they're overwhelmed, that stuff is going on at home, that they're feeling anxious, etc., the less they're afraid, the less fires you have to put out, the more you're able to do it preemptively than reactively. Support your employees' mental health. Within Radiant's way, I am very mindful that they have a crisis personnel that is trained to be that point person that their client, that their employees can come and talk to. I encourage you all to create that in your firm. Support communities, be it just general, or parents, or mother, or female, or male, or new students. These particular communities, you all have a lot more in common than you think, and there is strength in numbers. Create a list of mental health professionals for your staff to reach to if they need to, and update it regularly and send it out broadcast emails. Even if people say they don't want to, still send it out. But this is done something else within the Radiant way that they do. Every person has a buddy, so someone that checks in on them, that keeps abreast on their mental health and how they do it. Connection and humanness. Remember that you all are not robots, right? Your employees are valuable valuable humans that are still making their way through this life. Stay connected, stay present, stay aware, stay focused on them, notice their cues. Invest in your staff's mental health, so encouraging life skill workshops such as emotional intelligence workshops, assertiveness training workshops, healthy coping with stress, self-esteem, etc., social skills. Creating incentives for self-care activities such as maybe contemplating memberships at particular fitness centers or physical health resources, and family support. There are women within the legal field. Women create families, make it a safe space where they don't fear their income going or their job opportunity going because they are with child or they have a new child. Create a space that supports them in these dreams. Flexible work and working hours. I know a lot of folks have moved across the flexible work. For those that haven't, I encourage you to. And I also encourage you to bear in mind that not everyone has a safe space home. So create working hub options for people that do want to do the work at home but don't have a particular spot. So give them particular places that you can work from. To close off, I encourage you all to figure out what self-care means to you. Self-care is not just the face mask and the nails and doing your hair. It does not always have a price tag attached to it. You have one body. You can't drop it off at a service center and pick it up after a new time. You can't go and get a new model. This is your one vessel to carry you through this entire lifetime. Take care of it. You have one mind. And this mind has been very much shaped by the experiences, good, bad, and indifferent, that you've had. Understand it, spend time with it, and do daily habits to control this mind. Whatever self-care looks like to you, how I care for my mind, body, and soul may be different. So how you care for your mind, body, and soul, it might be the same. Figure out what that means to you. Try out new activities. There are lots of resources. And that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for